Are you struggling with depression or you just want to learn something new? In this video, I'm going to share with you everything I know about depression and 3 tips how to make yourself feel better. So, coming right up. Hi, what's up you guys? If you're new here, hi, hello, my name is Isabella and I'm third year psychological student at the University of Padova in Italy. On this channel, I'm mainly posting videos about mental health, so if you're interested in the topic, consider subscribing. So, what is depression? Depression is a change of previous functioning. For you to be diagnosed with depression, you need to have depressive mood for most of the day, loss of interest or pleasure, plus 5 of the following symptoms. Symptoms describing depression are, as I said, depressed mood most of the day, loss of interest or pleasure, appetite disturbances, so either you eat too much or you don't eat at all. As I said, it's a change of previous functioning. So if you have been eating a lot before you had your depressive episode and now you're not eating as much, that's a change of your previous functioning. You can have hypersomnia or insomnia. You can be moving a lot, feel agitated all the time or anxious all the time, so you need to be all the time go, or not enough. You won't have any motivation to do anything at all. You can feel fatigue every day, loss of energy. You could feel worthless or you could have inappropriate guilt. Something that also describes depression is diminished concentration. You would find yourself in situations where you're reading a book and you're 20 pages in and you're thinking like, I don't know what happened here. I need to go back and reread this whole thing. Or you're watching a movie and you can't remember what just happened. You can't follow a plot. Also, another symptom of depression is recurrent thoughts of death. And if every of these symptoms I mentioned previously is absent and you're just having this one, please contact someone. Please just call for help. There's so many people in this world that would be very happy to help you and they will do everything in their power to help you. Just call for help. Tell someone. And in the description below I will post a list with suicide hotlines. Just please call for help. Okay, now let's talk about what you can do about your depression. You could choose treatment, you could choose therapy. There's so many different therapies that you could choose from. One of the most used one for depression is CBT. CBT is found to be very helpful with people who are struggling with depression. Also, there is interpersonal therapy and there is group therapy. Group therapy, in my opinion, is good because you will meet people who are in the same or similar situation as you, and that's how you will build a support system and you wouldn't feel alone. Also, another possible treatment for depression is medication. Medications that usually prescribed for depression are antidepressants. SSRIs are the most common, like Zoloft, and SSRIs increase the serotonin in your brain. If you don't know what serotonin is, it's a neurotransmitter that doubles as a hormone that makes you feel happy. Now, let's talk about the tips about depression. Tip number 1. You can start journaling, and I am really recommending this because if you start journaling, you will learn so much about your depression. And if you choose to go to therapy, you can bring your journal with you so the therapist could read through it and could have a better picture about what's happening to you. Because, you know, when you go to see a therapist for the first time, then they need to meet you first before they make a decision, before they make a diagnosis. So if you bring your journal with you, he or she will have a better picture about you and can diagnose you faster, so you can get to solving your problem faster. Tip number 2. There is a technique called mindfulness. When we practice mindfulness, our mind is concentrated on the things that we are sensing, seeing, and going through in the present moment. And this technique doesn't let your mind to go into the future and imagining the worst case scenarios, and also doesn't let you to be focusing on the past, because it's the past and you cannot change anything. You can just focus to be better in this moment right now, so you can have better results in the future. So if you are interested in mindfulness, you can find so many resources on the internet. There are exercises, there are books you can read. Tip number 3. So I would recommend for you to start exercising even though you don't have motivation to do so, because when you exercise for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 10 minutes, doesn't matter, you make your body to produce more endorphins, and endorphins help with your mood. Also, you can eat chocolate. There are studies that show that chocolate actually increases the serotonin in our brains. So if you're not in the mood for eating anything at all, I'm gonna bet that you're in the mood for eating chocolate, so take some chocolate. Last but not least, I'm going to share with you a tip that I was doing about 2 years ago when I was going through a depressive episode. I bought a little notebook in which every day when I would wake up, I would take that little notebook and I would write 10 wishes that I had for that day, or for, I don't know, for that week. And it doesn't have to be something big. For example, one of my wishes was to have motivation for studying that day. And before I went to sleep, I would take that little notebook again and flip it over, and I would write 10 things that I was grateful for that day. And that would make me think about the things that were good that day, and not just thinking about negative stuff and making in my mind worst case scenarios. Okay, question of the day. Tell me, how are you dealing with depression and what tips are you using? Share them in the comment section down below, and maybe you'll help someone that is searching for your answer. So that's all for today. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and stay safe, stay positive, and I will see you soon. Bye!